Welcome. Take a seat. It's gonna be a good one. If you guys have been on TikTok lately, which all the cool kids have, you guys have seen this very cool alpha male, Andrew Tate. And I'm sure if you clicked on this video, you already know who Andrew Tate is. And I'm gonna be solving a question that everyone has been asking in the commentator community about Andrew Tate. And is he good or is he bad? So I've talked a lot about different alpha male channels here on YouTube, such as Fresh and Fit, Kevin Samuels. But Andrew Tate is different. He actually does have some sort of intelligence about himself, and some of his advice is not horrendous. Take a look.
What it's not fair to do is to make fun of something that they cannot change. It's not fair to judge someone by their skin color. It's certainly not fair to judge a man by his height, but you all do it. It's not fair, but it is fair to judge somebody by their own personal choices, which they can definitely affect if they so choose. Correct. Because that says a lot about their personality as a whole.
But then some of his advice is like, I can't say that. Can you say that? Is that legal?
I was getting on a plane and I could see through the cockpit that a female was the pilot, and I took a picture and I said, most women I know can't even park a car. Why is a woman flying my plane? And they banned me.
And I'm going to be kind of defending / also not defending Andrew Tate because he's got a lot of enemies. I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm not exactly a huge fan, but I do see where he's coming from. Like I said, I think he's the first alpha male who genuinely has some sort of intellect towards him. He's not a dumb guy. You could tell he's a smart guy. Whether he uses that intelligence for good or evil is really up to you to decide, but he's definitely an intelligent guy. You can't deny that compared to like Myron and Walter.
Wasn't around.
But a father doesn't have to be around. The idea that a father needs to sit around like a second mother to make a child healthy is a fallacy. In fact, I'd say it's detrimental to the child. I see all these dudes out here, they have a kid and they basically become mother number 2. Why? The mother keeps the child alive. As a father, it's your job to be impactful. You need to guide. You need to be a role model. You need to be a superhuman. Everyone should look at their father like a superhero. That's what you should genuinely view him as.
And I know I'm going to catch some heat for the fact that I'm saying that I agree with some things he says. He's got a lot of very misogynistic views.
How can you be high value if 50 men have something there?
What if I've just been single for a long time?
No, unacceptable. Big count is probably the #1 most easiest way to judge the value of a female. I actually think that no. I'm going to say this. I think 99% of the world's problems, and no one's going to understand this, but if you can extrapolate, if you can listen to this statement and extrapolate it out towards society at large, I think 99% of the world's problems would be solved if females walked through life with their body count on their forehead. Because it would prevent all of the disintegration of morals. It would prevent so many things about the world.
But you know what, there's like...
And women would be like, to be with me as a man, I don't want to put another number on my forehead. You have to be a good man. They wouldn't stop f***ing these idiots and stop being idiots, and all the idiocy would disappear. All the degeneracy would disappear. Families would return. Virgins meeting their first man, staying with him her whole life and being proud of it. Couldn't we go back to such a beautiful age? All we have to do is start putting numbers on girls' foreheads. We could fix everything.
There's really no good way to put it. I'm going to be honest with you. They're bad. So I'm definitely going to be catching some heat for some of the things that I think I agree with him on. I'm also going to be debating some of the things I've heard, like different creators like Danny Gonzalez, Leon Lush, kind of saying some of the things are 100% true and some of the things are not really true. So fill some of you guys in on who Andrew Tate is. He is an ex-professional kickboxer. He's got multiple world championships. His estimated net worth is over $30 million. And if you check on some different sources, it might even say $100 million. So my point is, it's a lot of money. And he did not make his money from kickboxing. He runs an adult cam business where he runs a cam business. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it, guys. There's no easy way to put this. So Danny Gonzalez and Leon Lush both kind of made videos, and Leon Lush has his own personal reasons for why he does not like Andrew Tate, and I get that. There was a viral article going around about Andrew Tate and him getting his house raided in Romania because he is supposedly trafficking like illegal stuff. And when this article came out, everyone was immediately saying, see, I told you. He's a horrible guy. And listen, I'm not saying running a cam business is, you know, charity work, and from what I've read, they are not being forced in any way to do what they do. They are essentially being promised a lot of money, which some of these girls are making a lot of money through Andrew Tate and his services. And in exchange, Tate gets a lot of money as well. The whole story behind this article of him getting his house raided and accused of trafficking. A girl got into an argument with her boyfriend, and the boyfriend found out she cheated and had to explain it. And so she accused Tate of trafficking her and kidnapping her, but it was not true. And this is just the problem that I've noticed a lot with the commentator community. H3 does it a lot too now, where they'll find articles on people they don't like and just kind of run with the story because of the fact that they don't like this creator. And again, I am in no way saying Andrew Tate is a bad guy or a good guy. I don't know what else he does in his personal life. He could be a horrible person, but I'm just saying, based off this article, the accusations that they were accusing him of, I think, are pretty much 100% fake. H3 actually did this recently when they were talking about Fresh and Fit, who we all know I am not a fan of. He had a girl on the podcast who claimed to have some kind of story with Myron from Fresh and Fit. The story was very, very, very sketchy and sounded very made up. And it was later proven that she was inherently trying to subtly accuse him of SA without actually accusing him of SA. And H3 just kind of let this happen.
I'm just going to go to the balcony. And he goes, you need mouthwash.
Ew,
I
what?
was texting my friend the whole time, and you see me say, like, he just told me to get mouthwash or something. And so I was like, oh, okay, where's the mouthwash?
And when it was later proven that this girl was lying and making this up, he didn't even make a follow-up video to explain, oh, I'm sorry, I should have done my research. Point is, and things with legitimate evidence. You found an article. If he legitimately did these things, why would he be allowed to be on this podcast and talk and still be out free? Also, another thing I've noticed with Andrew Tate is I kind of look at him in some way as an entertainer and a comedian. I think he's genuinely funny. I don't think a lot of his personality is serious.
I am extremely versed in CPR. I do know how to administer CPR. However, I will not administer CPR unless you're a hot female.
I will not have sons who are too busy buying NFTs and saying, oh, I made a little bit of money, and have skinny little arms and go to crypto conventions and be dorks. I will not have nerds as children. I refuse to have a nerd carry the name Tate. If my son is a nerd, one of us has to die, him or me, and I'll challenge him to Mortal Kombat.
Jesus Christ.
Some of the things he says is extremely messed up, but I think a lot of this is just, a character he's playing. And honestly, can't tell a lot of the times if he's being serious, but, I get mixed signals. Like I said, while I disagree and agree with probably 50-50 of what he says, what I can say is when I talk about people like Jake Paul, Andrew Tate, and all these multimillionaires who kind of had the exact same ego as Andrew Tate, they're basing their reality based on their perspective, and in some way you can't get mad at them for the things that they say because it's based off of the reality that they live in. They truthfully don't know anything else. Andrew Tate has probably never really had failure at most things he's tried to accomplish. He has multiple world championship kickboxing titles. He's a multimillionaire. He lives in Romania on purpose because he knows that he could finesse the system a little bit more, so he's never really told no. He's got a house full of girls who do whatever he says. So of course he has this confidence where he feels like he can say and do whatever he wants, and he's basing it off of the reality of his life. It's easy for us to sit here and say how we think and how we feel because we've experienced genuine failure, and I just don't think that these people have, at least in a very long time, and they learn to forget about it. The last thing I want to explain is why you've been seeing all these videos on TikTok. Andrew Tate runs a business or scam to some people called Hustlers University, and it's essentially a course where they teach you how to be a world champion kickboxing millionaire person. I'm not really too sure. Basically, young, naive men will sign up for this in hopes to, I guess, be Andrew Tate in the future. In the course, he kind of has the most genius pyramid scheme I've ever seen. Basically provides everybody who signs up with his course a bunch of video footage of him and different content of him, and in exchange, they post it on TikTok, and they get a cut of all the ad revenue that is generated from, the TikTok. Some of these people, if their TikTok is so successful, they actually get their whole account bought out, and Tate will buy it out personally for tens of thousands of dollars. It's kind of a genius way of marketing. You're just taking people are making your content and getting paid for it. I mean, we all pretty much know the type of guy Andrew Tate is at this point if you've done any research on him. He's definitely not somebody you can easily like and not somebody you can easily dislike. Even recently, Leon Lush made a video on him. Andrew Tate was making remarks about Leon Lush's wife, and again, this is what I'm saying. He's not easy to defend. I think it's crazy because I agree. You know, there should be absolutely no point debate when you have to talk about somebody's wife unless they specifically have that in the argument. I definitely think that should have been off limits. At the end of the day, my opinion overall is neutral. I definitely wouldn't recommend him to somebody, but I definitely, out of the typical people you're going to meet in this alpha male world, I really don't think he's the worst. We'll see what the future holds for Andrew Tate. I think this is honestly just the beginning, and he's going to be on YouTube for quite a long time. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. If you like this video, make sure you like this video. If you didn't like this video, make sure to join Hustlers University and post content strictly talking about my future wife and how she is unattractive, because that would make me very upset. I would like to thank you for watching this video, and have a good day.